Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Bitcoin Daily 9 AM Central European Time on the dollar. We do the show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, DXY, Tesla, stock market, cryptocurrencies, Ethereum Classics, Dogecoin, XRP maybe, Solana pumped yesterday. So we're gonna check all of that and see, how we are doing so far. We are expecting major moves towards downside, but I gotta tell you guys, right now what you're seeing on the screen is dollar index is getting rejected by that move above 10-20 moving average. Still got 15 hours left, so we are a little bit unsure how this is gonna play out, but getting rejected could be a good sign for everybody. And right now Bitcoin is up 1.14%, so it kind of looks okay-ish. So hopefully that's gonna play out. XRP Legend, hey, good morning, man. How you doing, man? Can we look at the XRP 1 hour chart? Why 1 hour chart? What's happening on 1 hour chart? Is XRP up big time? XRP is up 1.89%, so not that much, not that. I mean, there are better coins right now that are performing, and that's here Ethereum Classic. I'm going to show you why it's actually performing this way and what might happen with other coins, namely Dogecoin, because Dogecoin and Ethereum Classic looks like they are on the same proof of work network. To the moon, Rothstein Army, how you doing? The AI adopter. Definitely, I was actually checking out AI as well yesterday, so there is that. Moon is coming very soon. We got a full moon coming in 3 days. 7th of January is the next full moon, so you gotta that to be happy about. Good morning, Garrett. What's up, man? How you doing? Profio, god morgen våra bilder från Norge. Nej, det är inte från Norge, det är Hashapeli. Det är från... Jag vet inte. Jag tog det bara för att vänster. Vet inte våra bilder från. XRP Legend, super bullish on cryptocurrency XRP to the moon. My second bull run incoming and it's going to be magic. Yeah, there's a lot of people that this is gonna be, second bull run, so we are all excited about that. So, Keith Hammond, good morning, man. Good morning. How you doing, guys? Before we start, Ivan on Tech did make a new video. Bitcoin 2023 nasty surprise, no way, dumb network explained. So he talks about a little bit, but there is one thing that I want you to listen to.
Okay, listen carefully, guys. 2023 is going to be a monumental year. 2023 is going to be the year when we exit this downtrend, when we exit this down-only mentality and down-only price performance. And there is a good probability that at the end of this year, we're going to be at price levels you cannot even imagine now, that look completely unrealistic to you right now.
Yes, so we are what we are looking for is to end this downtrend, because we are technically still in downtrend. That doesn't matter how you look at it. The downtrend has not been broken, and we need to change the downtrend. So there's different kind of downtrends, but the downtrend that we are in right now, it's a very steep one. So at least what we want to have right now is some kind of move towards upside where we enter a downtrend, but that's not as steep as this previous downtrend. So this downtrend right now is very, very steep. What we want to do is break this downtrend and enter some kind of less steep downtrend, because once you break that less steep downtrend, you have a bull run towards upside. So that's what we're looking for. But that wasn't still what I want to show you from this video. If you go to 2 minutes and 10 seconds, something like this, he's talking about this engulfing candle, and I've seen that people have been talking about this engulfing candle and saying that this is an engulfing candle, and I said it's not. Now he does say something that I did not know before, so we're gonna check that out.
Many people are pointing to is the fact that this bearish candle engulfs the whole body of the previous candle. But at the same time, if you look up the definition of an engulfing candle, it also needs to engulf at the top. It cannot just start and go down. Normally it needs to be engulfing from the upside as well, and this is not what we're seeing. But at the end of the day,
so that's the thing. What are you saying, that the engulfing candle needs to engulf the wick as well and go towards downside? So this isn't engulfing candle. I don't know if that is correct as a definition of engulfing candle, and I'm a little bit unsure about that. So let's go up here to the monthly time frame. No, that was the yearly time frame, sorry about that. 12 months up here. Let's do up here. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's remove the wrong. So this candle up here, so this is what we are talking about. This is the candle, this on the yearly time frame, and we can just see it up here. So you can see here the upper wick up here. the upper wick is not that big. The upper wick is not that big, and you can see up here actually start from 70,500, right? Over here for some reason 7,500 up here, but over here it only goes to like 48,000 and goes towards downside. Now I still don't think that, you know, regardless whether this wick had been all the way up here and went down there, I still don't regard this as some kind of bearish engulfing candle, because I feel that you know, then by definition that any kind of doji, and as soon as you have a little bit bigger candle, that's a bullish, you know, engulfing candle, and that can be true, but it doesn't hold that much value, right? So you can oftentimes have some kind of candle, doesn't mean that it has to be doji candle, and then you can have some kind of bigger candle up here. That I mean, this is still not an engulfing candle in the sense that, you know, we are looking at engulfing candles. So what we are looking for when it comes to engulfing candles, it's a very, at least what I'm looking for when it comes to engulfing candles, a very special type of movement, and that's when candle goes very when you get a very big, you know, candle considering other candles, right? So if you consider other candles, this would be a big candle, this over here would be a big candle, this over here would be a big candle. I mean, when the candle is above average move, so when you get some kind of move above average, I would say, I don't know any kind of definition of that, but when you get some kind of above average move, and then you get an instant move towards downside that's bigger than that average move, so you get a big move, but that big move gets rejected big time by engulfing candle. Now that is bearish engulfing candle, or, you know, in other case, when the price goes down and you get a big move towards upside, that's bullish engulfing candle. But just because you go down a little bit or up a little bit up here doesn't mean that, you know, any kind of candle that engulfs the other candles is, you know, engulfing candle. Technically, you know, by the name engulfing candle it is, but it's not what we are actually looking for. So I'm a little bit unsure whether this would have been an engulfing candle, whether it would have been above the wick or not, and I don't regard that. Now, if you go up here on the daily time frame of DXY, we're gonna start talking about this, and what you're gonna see here is that this candle over here that happened yesterday, it is a huge big candle above the 10-20 moving average. So this candle is above average, up here, and right, it did break certain resistance, so it's a very important candle. Now if you get this kind of you know, moved back, if you get from this candle this kind of move back towards downside, and it gulfs the entire candle back downwards, now that would I consider a bearish engulfing candle. But if you have, you know, just because you have some kind of, you know, small candle up here and say, oh, this is a bearish engulfing candle, it is bad candle, but it's not, you know, what we are looking for. It's not what we are looking for, right? And this kind of, you know, kind of drops a little bit, but that's what I'm trying to say. When you get some kind of candle that's above average, I would say above average, you know, considering the last, you know, whatever meaningful history of the, you know, chat pattern is, then you're looking for the next candle. Does it get rejected big time or not? So when you get just some kind of small moves, a little bit move towards downside, it doesn't matter if it's, you know, even if it's, you know, engulfing candle, you know, you can still, you know, continue doing this up here, you know, it doesn't matter, So it does matter a little bit, but you know, in the it is these big engulfing candles that have more, what are you gonna say, they have more value to the charts, right? They mean something more than the other candles, right? So there is that. So that's what I want to, you know, show you when it comes to that engulfing candle. That said, the DXY did pump big time towards upside up here above 10-20 moving average, and you saw that yesterday the stock market did close in red up here. So this is daily candles. It went up here, and I told everybody, like, it is kind of, you know, sketchy. It does not look all that well, and everything is hitting resistance. So I did close down on the daily time frame, and you can see up here also on the 2-day time frame, it is closing on the downside. But there is light at the end of the tunnel, and now that the DXY is going towards downside, still got 14-15 days left. 14-15 hours left on this candle up here. So this can definitely just pull back up here. It might be just the start, you know, the wick down, fail that, and then, you know, continue towards upside, which I see as a very probable thing, because it did have this big move towards downside. It is doing this you know, move up here. So right now it is retesting these supports up here. If it manages to hold above the supports, this looks even more bullish than yesterday. We said also that the first candle can actually reject, and it does look probable towards the upside over here. Right now it's retesting these levels on the downside over here. If it manages to spool back, then it you know, for surely it might actually continue going towards the upside. But if you get some kind of rejection up here, we don't actually manage to break this towards the upside, then we are looking back at this level up here. If it gets, you know, if it holds for the third time the same level and then breaks again this towards the upside, then it's, you know, probability just skyrockets towards the upside again. So right now we are looking for this candle over here, how this will close. Still 14-15 hours left, 15 hours left on that candle. So, you know, it's gonna take a little while. What you're gonna see here, you know, there is some kind of optimism when it comes to short-term moves up here. Of course, this was some kind of rising wedge up here. This came to some kind of support levels down here. Right now, it's doing this curvature move up here. You know, went down big time. It's doing curvature move. Hopefully, this might actually break towards the upside and, you know, do another move up again. Although we are below the moving averages right now, the fact that it is curving down here at the bottom, you know, can give us a little bit of optimism up here. The Dow Jones doesn't look that optimistic up here. It is breaking everything right now. Over here, it broke this trend. It broke this trend over here. Right now, it's you know, consolidating up here between something, maybe some kind of triangle. So the big question is whether this breaks towards the upside and downside. It's still a very, you know, it's still very. What are you gonna say? It's still not very. We are still not very confident which direction this will go, because there is no major, you know, breakthroughs yet. I mean, it is starting breakthrough, but there is no confirmation on the moves. There is no big move. Like when you have a big move, it's very easy to say, okay, once this starts breaking, it's gonna, you know, start failing towards the downside. But when you get to this, you know, this sideways movement, these boring moves, these consolidation moves are really hard to say what's gonna happen, and consolidation moves are really technically not the best thing to trade. Now you could assume that this is going to go down and, you know, short to resistance, or you can assume also it's going to go up and, you know, long the support. But the problem is that we are, you know, the confidence is not that high. On the other hand, up here the confidence is a lot higher. That once this breaks towards one side or the other side, right, that something's going to happen. So, you know, shorting up here, shorting the resistance up here has a lot more probability than, you know, shorting the resistance up here, right? So that's the thing. So you got patterns that are very, very, you know, bullish or bearish, very probable to do one thing. On the other hand, you got these patterns that, you know, consolidation patterns that, you know, they do have probability towards upside, downside, but they are not as nice for trading and stuff like that. So right now, what's happening right now is a consolidation pattern down here after the breakdown. The big question is what's going to happen. The same thing goes for the S&P 500 up here. It's going into this, you know, curvature mode, but it can still break towards upside down, and the probability is not that high to either side. And right now the Nasdaq did hit this bottom down here 3 times. Hopefully right now it's you know, doing up here this move. We still don't know, because this right now is a consolidation pattern. We still a little bit unsure whether it's going to break towards upside downside, so cannot say this yet. Still looking at the DXY, whether this DXY will, you know, will manage to break below the support or not. And you can see here it went down here to some kind of 103.86, but right now it's pulling a little bit back. Will it actually close above the 10-20 moving average and above the resistance up here at 104.47? That depends to be seen. Still 15 hours left, so we're gonna find that out tomorrow. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is actually having a nice day right now. And as you can see up here, Bitcoin actually yesterday managed to have this, you know, this doji candle below the moving averages. Right now, Bitcoin is above, on the daily time frame, above 10, 20 and 50 moving average, which is very nice. But we still got, again, 15 hours left before the close. So until the candle is closed, we don't actually know. We can assume, and it's everything looks good. You can see here on the 4-hourly time frame that we are hitting resistance on the 200 moving average that's been holding us back previously up here. So the big question is, will this actually, you know, perform and go up? On the 1 hour we are above all the moving averages, but we want eventually to get above all the moving averages on time frames. Also on the 2-day time frame up here right now, we are hitting the 20 moving average. So there is definitely some resistance that is being hit right right now when it comes to Bitcoin. The DXY did test the support, so the question is, will the DXY pump towards upside right now that it did test the support, and will the Bitcoin, you know, go the other way around? Things to be seen, but we are hitting, you know, although it does look like we are breaking something, we just hitting resistance right now. So again, be careful what you're doing, guys, because, you know, we are not bullish just yet. We are not bullish just yet. That was the DXY and the stock market. Yesterday, a lot of people are talking about Tesla. At least, you know, we are watching a Tesla. Tesla went down something like 12%. Over here, it closed at 12%. It pulled back a little bit. This is on the 4-hour time frame, daily time frame over here. What we got. What I want to show you when it comes to Tesla is that Tesla is very, very low right now. It is going to this waterfall cannon move towards downside. This is very unlikely to continue. It already shows some kind of signs of divergence. We already created this you know, daily divergence on the chart. So we are looking for some kind of consolidation or some kind of, you know, a little bit move towards the upside before we continue going towards the downside. But Tesla is definitely some kind of bottoms right now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Also up here on the daily time frame, it did hit something like 16 on the RSI, but right now it's at 25 up here. Let's go to weekly time frame. Weekly time frame is at 27. And this is the most Tesla has ever been down at. A couple of moves up here at 16 levels down here when it was at 12 bucks up here and down here as well. So this is some kind of you know, giant overextension on the Tesla right now at 108 bucks, and we are already seeing you know, decent signs that this might be some kind of local bottom. I'm not saying bottom, but local bottom. Overextensions are you know, the biggest overextensions you've had. You had one over here with this move over that kind of overextension, but right now these overextensions are just extreme. So I know a lot of people are very bearish on Tesla and think it's gonna go down more. I also think it can go down more because of valuation of how much it was valuated, but I think that some kind of move first towards the upside needs to come before we continue going towards the downside. So there's that when it comes to Tesla. Yesterday, a lot of people, yeah, Vitalik talked about the Solana and said something nice about Solana. So Solana pumped like crazy yesterday. It was joy to look at. It was one of very few coins that pumped up here, 18.5% from the bottom down here, from the Solana, you know, from the Solana, what are you gonna call it? From the Solana FUD, 78% towards upside. Up here, what you're gonna see up here that it did, you know, had a big week towards upside. Did hold some kind of support up here. First move above 10 moving average, did not get it. Second move about 10-20 moving average. So yesterday it actually did a big move. So I will consider this move to be very legit and nice. Now there are definitely, you know, other levels that might act as a resistance right now, something like this up here, give or take. So we might be hitting some kind of resistance, but you know, it already did 78%, guys. It's already did 7%. So if you get some kind of pullback, you know, there's that. You can also see on the weekly time frame that this right now, this move towards upside is hitting the first resistance up here. When it comes to Solana, is gonna do another 78% towards upside today? I don't think so. It's gonna do 20-30%. I mean, it could do that, but you know that you know, it could do another 67% towards upside towards the 20 moving average. It is you know, very, very low. So it depends on how much, you know, volatility and bullishness has. It looks like it's climbing very nicely up here. It's increasing a little bit move, so it might pull back. You know, it kind of starts nicely. It doesn't have this, you know, big move towards the upside. It doesn't have this big move towards the upside. So yeah, definitely, why not? 23 bucks next for Solana, maybe. Somebody asked me to check out XRP on the 1 hourly time frame. Let's check that out just quickly up here. Where is XRP? There is XRP 1 hour time frame. Nah, it's not doing much, but it did go, you know, pull back up after this big recovery up here. It wasn't as big a recovery as Solana up here, just 20% move towards the upside, but it's kind of, you know, trying to climb up here, trying to climb. It did hit the resistance up here on the daily time frame. You can see up here, at least right now, you know, after this move towards the upside, it did go to 10-20 moving average, pull back a little bit, try right now to break that 10-20 moving average, and no confirmation of the break of the trend on the daily time frame. So you know, it's gonna take a little while. Maybe gonna use these up here, something like this, 50 moving average. So not even a short-term break on the break on the support. So the support is holding so far. Support is holding so far. Maybe this support, maybe it's gonna break up here, maybe it's gonna break up here, and maybe it's gonna, you know, go towards upside. It might look good, you know. There are options that you can take up here. Of course, support should be long. So, you know, if he comes back down to support, might be long. You know, if he gets above up here and retest, you know, gets above 10-20 moving average, and then there maybe retest the support. You know, that might be also a long position as well. So there is that. Who do we miss? Bin Chicken, what's up, man? Good morning, Dutch Ring Racing. Follow Ivan on 10, you will get wrecked 100%. Okay, check out Happy Chuck. Cup and handle for hour, maybe. Good. The XY to the moon, Bitpo say we bottom out, so one more dump either early this year or late. Oh, there will be more dumps. Stuff doesn't go in straight line towards upside or downside. And I mean, it does go almost in straight line towards downside right now, but you know, there is that. TLI, keep an eye on Euro, it's what inversely driving the DXY. Euro, USD, Forex. Yeah, but what is driving what? That's the big question, right? And right now the euro has been, you know, going towards upside. Did break this trend over here, but what's right now doing is just creating another. Let's go to the monthly time frame up here. What right now doing is just creating this, you know, because nothing goes in straight line down, right? It does this over here. So what it's doing right now is just, you know, pulling back to some kind of averages up here before it actually continues going towards downside, right? Of course it can just, you know, do this as well, but until it actually does that. Where is the trend up here? Where is the trend? So that's the big trend up here, but yeah, that's a very big trend. $20 moving. If it gets above 20 moving average up here, maybe it did break at least this move up here. So we're gonna see 20 moving average, very important. So there is that. Brothers homework. Nice. I'm glad that you guys are finding you know, interesting, you know, ending you know, completing your homework with the chat GPT. And you know, and there is one more thing I want to say. Ethereum Classic right now is pumping like crazy. It's up, you know, from the bottom down here like 14-15%. The good thing about Ethereum Classic pumping, the reason it's pumping over here, it had some kind of divergence down here on the RSI. You know, it's low, it had a divergence down here on the RSI, went up above the resistance up here, bounced to the 50 moving average. This is actually very good for Dogecoin, guys. This is very good for Dogecoin. Dogecoin, Ethereum Classic are on the same proof of work network, and they have been correlated lately. We checked that last time, I think. So if Ethereum Classic pumps, there might be probability that the Dogecoin is gonna pump. Not gonna say much about that, you know, but it is climbing a little bit up here, and you know, it just might, you know, do nice move towards the upside. So that's one, but it's up 13%. Ethereum Classic up 13% right now. Do we have any other double digits number? Sales is up 27%, but this thing is volatile as F. And there's that. There is something up 10% up here. Near is up 10%. Towards upside, towards the resistance up here on the daily time frame, going for this 50 moving average. So it's still got a little bit more move towards upside, but it's nice to see some kind of recovery, a big recovery on coins. Dodge, say it ain't so. Captain, what's up? How you doing? Long time no see. Bought more render and Arvik this morning. Nice. Euro up, DXY down. Dodge. There is that, guys. I gotta go. I got stuff to do. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around. Bye bye, guys. I really gotta go. I'm already late. Bye bye.